Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading for July 14th to the 20th. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Leo, can you hear me? Can you believe what happened? I did a community post. Look at that on what happened with my mic. Hopefully you can hear me. Well, you should be able to now. I can't believe that happened, but here we are. First of all, Leo, I really want to congratulate you. All right. You're the first to enter this brand new era with everyone else on this planet, okay? And this brand new era, again, thanks to that rare mini trine, which I think I'm officially going to give it a name. I'm going to call it the Prism Portal. All right, we're moving into this Prism Portal. And that's Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, which is at the apex, right? Sextile Uranus in Gemini, and then Pluto in Aquarius, and Uranus trine Pluto, and Uranus is it's awakenings and it's breakthroughs, and Pluto is evolution and transformation. So you're going through big changes. You're going through major, massive changes right now. And you see what else is happening, right? And yeah, you got your birthday season next week. Like, there's a lot happening for you, okay? So remember, this Prism Portal is going to last many years, but you're going to start feeling it now, especially this fall, especially in August. Yeah, you're going to really, really feel it. And, because Mercury is in your sign, and the sun is about to move into your sign, and Mercury and the sun is going to have aspects with the Prism Portal. And remember, this has never happened ever. Okay. This, cosmic alignment, this rare signature in human history, because you're hosting one of the planets, which is Mercury. You're going to get a slow clap. So here's the other thing. I like Mercury retrograde in your sign. I think I told you that. Okay. In your monthly forecast. I'm going to tell you something right now. This week and even next week, when we have the new moon in your sign, you're processing it all. You're processing it. It's Mercury, the mind, right? In your sign. Going to be retrograde very soon. And remember, you got 4 other, Saturn's retrograde, Neptune's retrograde, Pluto's retrograde. It's a retrospective of your life right now, okay? You're going to be thinking about how far you have come and what's next, especially with Uranus, freshly new in Gemini. Yeah, which, by the way, is in your 11th house. No one else's 11th house. Your 11th house. Your 11th house. So you're already thinking about your future, your long-term goals and commitments. Yeah, commitments too with Pluto and Aquarius. Uranus is trining Pluto. That's your 7th house. Partnerships, relationships. It can be work, it can be career, it can be love and romance. For a lot of y'all, it's going to be love and romance because Pluto natively rules your 4th house, where that's all about the home sector. You got Jupiter in Cancer. Anyway, you got a lot happening for you, and you're going to feel a little bit restless, but in a good way, okay? Don't forget, you got Venus in Gemini too. You got Uranus and Venus in Gemini, right, in your 11th house. And that's also very social. It's a group of, it's groups, it's communities, your communities that you belong to, right? The flower clippers of Saint Germain. I don't even know if that's a place, but that's what I'm saying. Uranus makes you think outside the box, all right? And Uranus is right on my ascendant at 0 degrees. Anyway, you're expanding your consciousness. You're being very social. I wouldn't be surprised if you're very cerebral right now. You got a lot on your mind. But when I say you're feeling restless, that's just Gemini energy, by the way. And you see Mars is in Virgo, conjuncting the South Node this weekend as well. And remember, Mercury rules both planets, okay? And the reason why you might feel restless is because of these retrogrades and because Mercury's already in shadow in your sign. So there's all these ideas you have, all of this stuff that you want to do, all of these things that you want to get done, but all these retrogrades are saying, nope, no, you got to go within, okay? That's a good thing. It's a good thing because we're working with fresh new energies. Again, I have to, I'm going to be your Alexa here. I'll be your Siri, whatever it is. I'm going to give you your reminder. You are moving into uncharted territory. What's happening with the alignments, with all the astrology right now, let me just repeat. Nobody in modern human history has experienced. I can't go back and say, oh, this happened for you this time, Leo. So I can't do that with this 4 planet. It's just, it's bonkers, okay? Just know with Saturn conjuncting Neptune, which is, that's realism, idealism, right? It's vision and structure. You're bringing structure to your visions, to your future. And it's bringing in this inner wisdom. It's your ninth house. There's a lot of travel here as well. There's I feel like you need to say stuff, Leo. And I feel like you're going to start a podcast, or maybe if you have one, take some time during this retrograde. What should I reassess here? Publishing as well. Okay. You got a lot of online stuff too. Social media stuff. You got education. Some of you are going back to school. Some of you are going to be teachers. But in the end, it's higher mind. There's a lot happening for you in this really wonderful way. Okay. So please spend this time, because a lot of y'all are becoming entrepreneurs. I can see that in your chart. Please spend this time reflecting, reviewing. Remember, Mars is in Virgo. Okay. That's helping ground you. All right. Because you have all this fire and air, which, yeah, you're a fire sign. You get it. And that's why you want to just go and get things done. But you need to stop and reflect and review. And Mars and Virgo energy is very like charting things out. You got the pen out, you're taking notes, all of that in terms of, how am I taking charge of my life? Okay. What are the things that I value that I'm going to contribute to the collective, that I want to expand and grow while I practice patience, while I stay frosty and be cool, right? So there's a time to reflect. That's all it is. Okay. On your life. All right. So the time to just kind of like be still, like a pond or the night. Yeah. Do that healing, go within, go out in nature, get spiritual. You had so many North Node activations last week. Oh, and trust me, more are coming. There's more. All right. So it's a good time to do that grounding. All right. In terms of your direction, your purpose. All right. Your plans for the future. Are there any cracks? Do you have spiritual sealant for them? And what is your vision for your future, for your new era, for this amazing Leo 2.0, this best version of yourself in a way you've never seen in an ever-changing world? Yeah? It's not how the world changes, it's how you make it adapt to what you want. That is that leadership energy, that cardinal energy you're feeling. And by the way, let's start. Monday, July 14th. Oh, by the way, that's the other thing. You see in red, okay, I'm doing something different this week. Yeah, Uranus is on my ascendant. I'm a Gemini rising 0 degrees. So you're going to see me do some different things. Okay? Thinking outside the box. Now, experimenting. You're doing the same thing too, by the way. Especially with friends and social network. Anyway, yeah, your future dreams. Now, what's in red, this is what we typically discuss in the bonus spreads, because it really adds a lot of missing pieces to this week, but these forecasts are long. So this is when we talk about important lunations, planetoids, asteroids, fixed stars. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of idea of how much fun we have in the bonus spreads. But also, if you are a tier 3 member for the bonus weekly readings and monthly readings, I'm doing something special for you for this week. Okay. Now, this week on Monday, all right, you see that Jupiter's going to trine the moon. So I need to tell you something here. This is exciting. All right. And the reason why is because, remember, in your monthly forecast, Jupiter's not making any aspects planetary wise. But yes, with lunation. So you got both the Sun and Jupiter in Cancer, by the way. All right. So Jupiter being in its sign of exaltation, right? Trining the moon in Pisces. So the fact that the moon rules Cancer and Jupiter also rules Pisces, its domicile, not its exaltation, you do have a mutual reception here. This is amazing. Oh my goodness. It's very spiritual. It's really deep for you. Yeah. Because this is your 12th and your 8th. This is kind of a big deal. You're really feeling this There's also this sense of just seeing things in a new way. This is all about that inner wisdom that I was talking about. You're going to have a lot of focus on home and family, but money as well, and partnerships and relationships. You got the moon. You got the moon here with Jupiter. What? It's a trine. It's this that brings this element of ease and luck and optimism. It's Jupiter and generosity and growth and expansion and opportunities. So please pay attention to this day. All right. You're going to feel this. You're going to feel this. Yeah. Because I'm about to tell you a couple other things that's going to blow your mind. Please pay attention to your dreams. Okay. With Jupiter and Cancer in your 12th house's dreams. Please pay attention because you're going to be getting messages. All right. Now, the other thing is that, remember all those 19-degree activations from last week that, corresponds there. It's a Libra degree. Well, this is happening at 7 degrees, the other Libra degree. Isn't that crazy? Right. So there is a sense of like fairness, harmony, wisdom, peace that you're likely seeking, but there's something very spiritual here. And you're going to be communicating. I'm looking at you. There's something you got to say. All right. And there's just something really fun about 7, the number 7, right? July is, 7, but it's a prime number. There's something special here where you're really zoned in. Okay. So I really love what's happening here for you. Something, again, this is part of your transformation. And it just, gosh, you have Jupiter in Cancer in your 12th, which is dreams, right? You have North Node in Pisces. That rules the 12 dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. But also remember, you've got Uranus, Venus in your 11th house of your future hopes and wishes and dreams. You're going to feel this right off the bat. Now, Thursday, July 15th, now we got the moon conjuncting the North Node. So again, a lot of what you were feeling last week in terms of your future, in terms of how you want to transform and empowerment and how you want to build wealth and how you want to build relationships, a lot of that you're still feeling. And so this is this really soulful energy, okay, that's very inspiring. When you have the moon with a North Node, first of all, remember, you have Mars conjuncting the South Node. Yeah. So this is a busy week, very karmic, very, moon conjuncting North Node. That's this karmic alignment with destiny, your mission statement. There's a sense of like emotional growth that is just happening and releasing any past patterns or anything that has to go with Mars. Just get it. It's pretty much on the South Node. This is just the day that it perfects. So you're already feeling Mars and the South Node in Virgo, okay? Your second house. So something here about you and the way that you see yourself, the way that, things that you value, things that bring you a sense of worth, anything that is just like where you are overly critical or have that perfectionist energy, you are letting it go. All right? And by the way, this is definitely like a big week of money for you. You're going to have money in your mind. But with Mars in Virgo, I like this for you. I honestly like this for you. There's big changes happening for you. You had Venus and, Uranus conjunct in Taurus in your 10th house of career and fame earlier this month. There's changes is all I'm saying. But now really, really karmic, soul purpose, energy. And to a degree, how you want to be seen as well. But anyway, there's another aspect I'll talk about. The one thing here, you do have Juno in the mix, okay? So Juno's going to trine the North Node and the moon as well. I just can't make this stuff up. This is just so bonkers because the moon will trine the sun in Cancer as well. So when you throw all this together, you have so much water energy. Yeah, it's a pretty wide water trine, to be honest, but you're just going to feel emotionally moved and inspired. And with Juno in the mix, remember, Juno is Jupiter's wife. Yeah. Dwarf planet like Pluto. That's how big of a deal these are. Okay. These dwarf planets like Juno, who's linked to Libra. So it's all about truth and justice, fairness, and relationships, partnerships. Okay. It can be career, it can be love, it can be a personal relationship. Like, the clown you hired for your daughter's birthday. You've been working with him for weeks on the perfect magic tricks, whatever it is, there's something here where it just feels like it needs to make sense for me is what you're going through. Okay. Now, and fairness and balance and even contracts and agreements. All right. Now, the other thing is Thursday, July 17th. Okay. Another thing we would talk about in the second spread. Now you have the sun square Eris. All right. And Chiron. Remember, Eris is pretty much on top of Chiron. This is all in your 10th house. Eris is Mars' sister. So, you know how Mars is the god warrior? Well, now you got the divine feminine warrior. She's the one who threw the golden apple at the wedding. We know about Eris, right? She stirs things up, but in the name of good, like Robin Hood energy, okay? So this is going to be very interesting for you on Thursday. Leo, I'm talking to you. I just see something here where I just feel like you're going to have this huge spiritual moment. And it could be something that's happening in your physical world, right? Like maybe you've gone home and you are your parents and your siblings are, they're not seeing eye to eye. They're fighting, okay, over what to watch on Netflix. So someone's got to come in strong and say, no. We're a family. You know what I mean? Like that kind of energy, because Mars and Pluto, so they're just not seeing eye to eye around this time. That's why I'm bringing this up. Okay. That's why I'm bringing this up. There's something here with partnerships, contracts, marriage agreements, and money. All right. All in the name of you building your confidence. Remember, everything is energy. Raise your frequency, okay? So you might feel a little bit of a squeeze, all right? You might feel a little bit of a squeeze. And because you're Leo, I'm going to tell you one extra thing that I'm probably not going to tell the other signs because I don't have time. But Mercury in your sign, will trine the moon conjuncting Ceres in Aries right before Mercury goes retrograde. So again, there's just something here about there's a spiritual awakening that you're going through. There's something that happens in your world or within you that you see that shifts everything. Okay. It's all about your perspective, especially with Mercury. Mercury rules the mind. Yeah. But then you got Ceres and Aries. Ceres is very maternal, mama bear, motherly energy, supportive energy. Yeah. In your ninth. All right. So there's something here where that inner leader is really coming out. All right. Now, Thursday, Friday, doesn't matter. It just depends on where you live. Mercury will go retrograde in your sign. That's going to happen just a bit after midnight. Okay. And Mercury will be retrograde in your sign until August 11th, but then go direct in your sign until September. That's going to be important. We'll come back to that. But for now, remember I said Mercury retrograde in Leo. I don't mind this one. We go through 3 or 4 Mercury retrogrades a year. I don't have to explain what it is. You know it at this point. Just know, as long as that it's happening. So there can be some miscommunication. Make sure you know where you put your keys, things like that. But the biggest thing of all, you already have all these other planets retrograde. You're already going within. So this kind of helps. It brings that mind power in, that mental power, okay? Communication, all of that. But it's Mercury, so you really reassessing things, mapping out your path forward because of all these new energies. And then Uranus moving into Gemini like that. This is good. This slowdown is good, okay? Because here's the thing. Leo energy in general, as you know, is bold, yeah? It's all about self-expression, love, self-love, leadership, confidence. Yeah, that's everything that's been happening already, okay, with all the aspects. So there's going to be 2 things that happen here for you while Mercury's retrograde. You are going to go within to really reassess, reconsider things, reevaluate things in your life. Secondly, the past, okay? You got like 4 retrogrades right now. Eris actually is, retrograde too. FYI. But what this means, a lot of things from the past will be coming up, or you returning things to the past, like creative projects you were working on. Something with creativity. Mercury is creativity, right? And so remember, Uranus and Gemini, you're already reinventing yourself, right? Huge visionary energy, very future focused, especially for you. It's in your 11th house. But then you've got so much partnership stuff here. You got legal matters as well. The courts. And 9th house is the courts as well. Education. This is a big week is all I'm saying. Okay. Take advantage of it though. Experiment with things. Be curious with things. That's what Uranus wants from you. And Uranus is coming in hot at 0 degrees. New ways of thinking, ideas, creativity, curiosity, change, freeing yourself. Okay. This is all Truman at the stairs at the end of the movie. Freeing yourself. Liberate yourself. Okay. Nacho Libre. Quit that desk job with, the way that I forget her name did it in Devil Wears Prada with Meryl Streep. What's her name? Anyway, she hasn't done anything in a while, has she? Maybe that's why. Anyway, you're going to be fine. Just, everything is in the name of being your authentic self. And Leo is very authentic. So it's just you being you. But a lot of it, again, you will find yourself thankful for this. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Yes, there may be some flight delays. There may be things like that. Mercury does that. Internet might go out for an hour. It does that. But there's bigger things. Okay. This is good for you to have that little breather. You're going to feel a lot of passion. You will. Yeah. When you go back to the past in a nostalgic way. As in going back to things that you're working on. Like I said, maybe a creative project. Okay. Maybe you're building a treehouse for the kids. You got busy. Now you're going back to it, whatever it is. Okay. Now, here's the other thing. I would even, for you, Leo, think about what happened summer 2023. Yeah. You remember when Venus was retrograde in your sign back then? There may be something here. There may be something, an echo. That's all. An echo. All right. When it comes to love or creative projects or royalty. Anyway, just know everything happens for a reason. And all these planets retrograde at a time where there's all these other aspects of just like fire and air. Whoosh, shh, let's go. No, you got to just go within and just go at your pace. Remember, Mars in Virgo is helping. All right. Very grounded energy. And there is a sense of like service to others here as well. All right. You're going to be thinking about that. Just, I don't know. Get everything in writing if there's anything you need to with Mercury retrograde. Now, the other thing is, the people are definitely coming back into your life, and you're going to see that like through DMs or in person. Here's what I want you to know. This is the big deal. So remember how I just told you Mercury's going to be in your sign until September 2nd, in fact. Where does Mercury go after that? On September 2nd into Virgo. Okay, so Mercury in Virgo, that's its domicile and exalted. Okay. So when I've been telling you week after week, you really have to put yourself this entire summer where you want to be by February 2026, or even by the end of the summer, is because September is a big deal. Because not only will you have Mercury in Virgo, yeah, you're going to have all the aspects really amp up, the prism portal, you're going to feel that. But we have eclipses, okay, in September. It's eclipse season, and it hits your 2 money houses. There's something new coming through. The potential is really strong and really big. And like I said, a lot of y'all, it seems like you're getting new careers, and a lot of it's because you're connecting with other people and networking. All right. So please be social and network. Okay. Just do it. All right. Because you have a new moon in your sign next week. The sun is moving into your sign next week. There's going to be a lot of this Leo energy. You just feeling, yeah. And then I even told you that Jupiter in your sign, yeah, when we get to that, will trine Saturn in Aries. Did you see the video I did on Saturn and Neptune? Did you see that? That you know what's happening to you, right? Next year. I told you. You got a big old solar eclipse. When is that? August in your sign. You have the South Node moving into your sign. Leo, I'm not even joking. I'm giving you the best days to do these things. Take this time because things are about to get really fired up for you, okay? Really take this time to go within. Now, fire signs, if you are a cross watcher, you watch for your rising or your moon or for your, sister, your husband, your postman, any, fixed signs, all right? Taurus, you, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, and Virgo, okay? They're all going to feel this retrograde the most. Now, if you have any planets between 3 to 17 degrees in any of the fixed signs, remember, it doesn't matter which one. We look at the angular aspects. You will 1000% feel this Mercury retrograde, okay? Like, really feel it, okay? Between those degrees. Anyway, Friday, July 18th. Now you got Mercury in your sign, sextile Venus and Gemini, all right? This is going to happen in the morning, like around 10 a.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time, New York City time. Convert that to wherever you live in the world. I love the sextile, okay? Remember, it's a sextile. It's a window of opportunity. It's this chance that's given to you. And you're going to feel it day before, day after. This is great, okay? Remember, Venus has been in Gemini most of the month. Your charm factor is cranked up. You're a smooth operator. People are listening to you. That's Venus in Gemini. It's in your 11th house. That's very social. It's networking. That's what you're doing. You're connecting with a lot of people. This is big. It's your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and commitments. And it's stimulating. Venus in Gemini is very stimulating. Remember, Uranus is here too. So you're seeing a lot of breakthroughs. You're meeting new faces. Okay. There's things happening with money. It's Venus. Relationships. It's Venus. Okay. Creativity, creative ideas. All right. But it's in Gemini. It's exploring the new. It's taking risks. Like I did with my website. Yeah. That's what you got to do. You got to go with these things. Okay. But again, for a lot of y'all, with Mercury retrograde in your sign, again, go back to old projects. Reassess things that you're working on now, too. Remember, you're building structure with Saturn, okay? And again, reconnecting a lot. People from your mind is just electric right now, all right? And you're feeling it's like, I got to talk, I got to meet these people. And remember, Leo energy in general, that is your spotlight, your stage, okay? Mercury rules travel, social media as well. So does 11th house. You got social media stuff. You can go far here, okay? And when I say it's your stage, yeah, this Leo energy, we'll talk more about it next week when the sun moves into your sign. That's a big spotlight. You ask yourself, are you the actor? Are you the main actor? Or are you the director? Okay? This is what I'm saying. You're going to take time to reassess things. Now, the last thing that I love about Mercury sextile Venus, Mercury is the mind and Leo is the heart. Venus is also the heart, and Gemini is the mind. So there is this exciting fire and air movement here. That's part of your future hopes, which is long-term goals, which is dreams. It's Mercury, the messenger. You could be getting messages. You could be meeting people that connects you to the things that you need. Okay? A lot of people from the past too. All right? So just think magnetic. You're going to feel magnetic. That's Mercury sextile Venus. Okay? Mercury in your sign, sextile Venus, and Gemini, fire and air, fire and air. Linda Cardellini, Jason Statham, Sam Houhan from Outlander. They all have this. Yeah. You see what I'm talking about? Magnetic, that magnetic energy. Anyway, cross watchers, fire signs, Aries, you, Sagittarius, and air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're going to feel this the most. I'm going to throw in Virgo and Taurus too. And if you have any planets in your natal chart, 13 to 17 degrees in any of those signs, you're going to feel this. Now, one other thing. You see, wait. Yeah, it's here. I did. Okay. In red. The moon sextile Jupiter. Come on. So the moon will be in Taurus this day. Okay. Sextiling Jupiter in Cancer. So you've got the moon, which is exalted in Taurus, sextiling Jupiter, which is exalted in Cancer. What? This is amazing. Okay? This is absolutely amazing. And again, remember, first of all, this is just, there's so much like emotional energy here, stability in terms of your physical world, material abundance. It's Taurus energy, money. All right. Nurturing energy too, especially with Sirius at play as well. But I really love this. It's in your 10th house. I mean, your 10th and your 12th. I mean, there's something here with career, with fame, especially. Remember, I've said Leo has that element of fame here, royalty, right? It's the royal, right? The royal maker. You got this happening in your 10th. That is like fame, like global, like public recognition, career as well. So there's something here really exciting when you add everything together. Okay. And then Friday, July 18th. Oh, no. I'm sorry. What day is it? Where am I? Oh, by the way, this day, treat yourself too. Okay. When you have the moon in Taurus, sextiling Jupiter and Cancer, like just please treat yourself. There's something here that has this potential to expand in it's just blessings, and it is element of wealth. Okay. In your physical world, it feels good. It's this feel good energy. Now, anyway, Sunday, July 20th. This is when we get to Mars conjunct South Node. Okay, so I've talked about this many times. It's happening at 19 degrees. Look at last week's reading where I talk about 19 degrees. Okay, you're going to feel this strongly. All right, so you will start. It's so strong. You're going to feel it days before, days after, especially days after, day on, day after, because it's going to square Venus. Yeah. Mars will square Venus next week, and you will start feeling that. So remember, this is happening in your second house of finances, okay? Of material possessions, of things that you value, all right? Food. Maybe something here with food. I told you this, okay? Virgo rules the digestive system, health anyway. It's in your second house of food. It's with the South Node, letting things go. So that's the big picture here. There's something here. Mars is going to be like a laser. Something's got to go. Something has reached its expiration date. Okay. Something, what is no longer part of your journey. You got to know. Okay. Or you will see. Mars will show you. All right. And again, something here with finances, money. There could be something here with career. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I actually love this because there's so much new energy coming through. You've got to make room for it. This is the South Node. This is like, okay, I've learned my lesson here. I've learned it. I'm adjusting these things, okay? And it can have to do with, your relationship with money. It could have to do with your relationship with food. It could have to do with, self-worth, self-value. Maybe you're like, I can't apply for that job. I don't think I'm good enough. No. That mentality has got to go. That's what this is. Remember, I've said over and over again, this Virgo energy, you can be overly critical. It can be for perfectionist energy. We got to let that go too. All right. Again, Mars is strong. He's going to be, you got to go. This has got to go. So just something with even like habits, patterns, old patterns. Remember, I've said out with the old, in with the new. Here's another point of something's got to go. And you see your life is changing anyway. What is it? July? It's July. Which, by the way, 7. I was talking about that. We're July. Anyway, think about where you were in January. Very different. Okay? You've got to leave some things in the past right here. All right? Now, the fact that you have all these retrogrades, the past, right? Even Mercury in your sign. And now you have the South Node. Yeah, this is really amplifying past energy, okay? So what you release now or end now may have something to do with the past that you want to make history, okay? So use this. Use it. It's like a waste bin. It's like, okay. And then let's move forward, all right? Now, on the same day, the moon actually will be in Gemini. So when I see what's happening for you, first of all, this is a lot of mutable energy this day. All right. Just get ready for change. Things are going to change. But remember, you want to own these things here. So the bigger story here is that Mercury rules both Virgo and Gemini, right? These two signs are very active. You are going to be communicating. There's something here, how you connect with others, something here with your network. You're going to be networking. There's something here where you may be making some sort of announcement. You could receive news around this time. Remember, both signs are Mercury ruled. Yeah. I mean, there is what I love about this. Okay. Just be mindful this day of, yes, I'm changing and this is what's got to go, because Gemini is connected to the mind and Virgo is connected to the gut. Okay. Gut instincts, right? Using your gut. So there is this merging of physical and higher mind, instincts and intellect. You're going to feel this. So if something does come in strong because it is Mars right on the south node at 19 degrees, focus on that gratitude and enlightenment and your frequency and your connection to the divine and the ether, and carve out space for yourself. Okay. Time for yourself, because there will be something here asking you to let something go. All right. Remember, the North Node is in your 8th house. That has to do with building wealth, like inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, loans, taxes, things like that. But there is also a strong element of partnerships, legal matters for you as well. Okay. So there is this destiny that you're moving toward. But again, it gets a lot more clear when you can make room for it. All right. 19 degrees, by the way, just to let you know, is all about understanding the laws of karma, your connection with others. I told you it's a Libra degree. Yeah. So there's, and remember, I said you got Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron, and Eris in Aries in your 9th, which has to do with legal matters in the courts anyway. There may be something here, because Mars will also sextile Juno. So I just see something really big happening, okay? There, or you will. All right. Remember, Juno is Jupiter's wife. Okay. So just keep that in mind. She's all about truth, justice, equality, fairness in legal matters and contracts and marriage and partnerships, whether work, whether love. It's personal relationships as well. Okay. And again, with the moon in Gemini here, it means the moon will conjunct Uranus. So you will have some sort of breakthrough. You're going to be seeing something differently. Very creative energy. But the moon will also conjunct Venus. There's really something here auspicious and favorable for you. All right. Once you let something go, because there's something here. Venus is money and relationships and love. And that's where the point of nodes are at right now for you. Pluto and Aquarius as well. Juno and Scorpio in your 4th. Yes. We have a lot happening for you. And Mercury retrograde in your sign. Just reassess things. Okay. All right. So anyway, let's get, and I didn't have room on the whiteboard because, yeah, I am promoting my new site. Oh, can you see that? Which, by the way, thank you all. That's the new thing I'm doing. But here's the thing. And remember, I do longer prediction videos, deep dives, channeling, things that are happening behind the scenes. I'm also, doing the courses in astrology, tarot, free tarot as well, tarot readings, how to be more intuitive, all of that. You know this, but all in a different way. I'm doing it differently because Uranus is on my ascendant. Okay. The last thing I was going to tell you is that Mercury in your sign, yeah, and Ceres in Aries. Ceres, remember, all about nurturing, and she's connected to Virgo, all about nurturing, service to others, motherhood, mama bear energy. And then you've got Juno and Scorpio, and they're all aligning this week, all week. Okay. And there's something here. Really, really nice, like feminine energy, but powerful. You taking that power. Really, really nice. You being even just like, when I say powerful, you're like you having a conversation with someone and you saying, I'm only telling you this because I love you. Like that kind of, all right. Anyway, let's get started. You're going to feel that all week. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Leo, for the week of, oh gosh, it got really dark. For Leo, sun, moon, and rising for the week of July 14th to the 20th. Leo. It is. You know what it is? It's one of those kind of like sneaky. You only see like two, major aspects happening. But then when you really look at the big picture with the lunations, with the asteroids, yeah, those fill in the blanks. That's when you're like, okay, there's a lot actually. All right. Oh gosh. Okay. And the moon is like, the moon. It's emotions. It's the subconscious. It's all of that. Okay. Anyway, what am I doing? Leo. I do a traditional called the cross spread. Offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. You know I love y'all. Okay. I actually need my glasses. There was one more thing I wanted to tell you that you can look forward to. Okay. Don't tell any other sign that I'm telling you this, by the way. So, well, I might actually, I might tell other signs, but next month, we do have a new moon in Virgo. That's your second house of income, salary, finances, self-worth, self-value, material possessions. But then in September, we have a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. That's the last time you saw that back to back. And I'll explain it next month. So you see, there's something big happening for you when it comes to money. It's something big. You have your North Node there as well, in your 8th. Leo, let's get started. Yeah. Time to make some decisions. There is going to be, you're on a new path. All right. I see what's going on for you. You're on a really big new path. A lot of y'all quit jobs, by the way, last week, or maybe there were adjustments. Maybe a boss left, colleague left. There were adjustments. It made you think, okay? Made you think. There was also maybe some health matters that came up, illuminated things for you. But either way, that's why you have what you have here. You got the Queen of Cups, okay? Remember I said for you with Mercury connecting with Ceres, yeah, and Juno, that's big. That's a lot of that mama bear energy, Queen of Cups here, all about self-love. But also, you got to have that self-love, right? So you can support others, help others. But this is doing what your heart desires. Yeah, remember, you got a lot of activity in terms of you doing you, going after what your heart desires for your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, wishes, dreams. With Venus and Gemini, you got Mercury, sextile, Venus. Like, this is great. There's also very intuitive, empath energy even, okay? You got Jupiter and Cancer in your 12th. So you're just feeling this soul growth, okay? And as I always say, we don't have souls. Our souls have bodies. So you're really connecting with the divine here. In fact, this is one of very few cards where you see the color violet, yeah? Purple, violet, however you want to call it. A lot of emotional intelligence here, connected to your emotions. But I say that because violet has the shortest wavelength, therefore it has the highest output of energy. That's why the crown chakra is, it's that divine awareness. So very spiritual energy that I'm feeling as you move into this week because of a lot of experience that you've been going through since July. And then you got the King of Swords and the heart of your spread. I love this for you. This is amazing. This is you being on top of Mercury, being in your sign and retrograde, because it's all about communication. King of Swords, it's all about ideas. It's all about decision making. You got the sword. You're the one with the power. You're in the throne. And you're being very honest with yourself. No one can hide anything from you. They know how powerful you are. Remember, you got the spotlight. Yeah? With Mercury in your sign, people are going to listen to you. Okay? He looks directly at you. He's got nothing to hide. He's confident. He's ready to use that sword. So it seems like this week you're going to make some sort of decision, or you're going to really, really process a lot of things in a place where you are the one with the power, okay? Whether it's you putting yourself in a position of power at your work or career where you are, getting promoted, or maybe you are launching your own business. That's very empowering. Maybe even a relationship. You're like, we need a little bit more balance here because Jimmy said that Juno is all about truth, justice, all that, right? In relationships and partnerships. And you do have Pluto in your 7th connecting with all those other planets. Yeah. Anyway, I say that because King of Swords is Aquarius, and you have and Pluto is in Aquarius in your 7th. Page of Cups. Okay. Don't lose inspiration. Okay. Don't disconnect from what your heart desires. All right. Because when Mercury goes retrograde, yeah, that's going to bring a lot up here. Yeah, okay. Mars conjuncting the South Node. Again, remember what I said. That's Mercury ruled up here. You've got Uranus and Venus in Gemini, which is Mercury ruled up here. And that's why you have that, okay? But you see, you also have the moon. You got Jupiter in Cancer up here. You got the North Node in Pisces. You got Saturn, Neptune in your ninth. So just don't disconnect from what your heart desires. I want you to follow your bliss. Isn't that right? If something that you really, really, really want doesn't come through this week, it's a weekly reading. That's it. Remember what I said. Practice patience, especially with these retrogrades. All right. And remember, you have a new moon next week. That's when you want to. Yeah. All right. You got the moon in your crown. Don't overthink. Don't overanalyze. Just go within. That's all you got to do. Okay. It does seem like there may be a lot on your mind. And again, remember what I said about the merging of the physical mind and the higher mind. Well, you see that here. Look at this. It's card 18. 1 + 8 = 9. Whose face is in the moon? You can't even see because it's dark now. It's the Hermit. Okay. Card 9. Go within. Reflect. Reflect away. Okay. Because there's something up here where, again, it just feels like you're going to need that sword to, all right? And that kind of lets everything through because, look, you got the 3 of Cups and the root of your spread. So I love that. All these cups, right? All these cups. Love and emotions and feelings and intuition and wonderment. So there's something deep down inside you that wants to come out that you want to start, you want to celebrate this, and something that has to do with other people. And a lot of you are going to feel it this week anyway, to be honest. Like, you will, okay? Yeah, you have Uranus and Venus in your 11th. That's, you're going to be very social. You're going to be very, very, very social. And I want you to. And again, it can just be networking too. It can be family stuff. There's family stuff happening for you as well. But either way, this is a card of celebration. This is a card of like end of the harvest. Let's celebrate. Let's break out the champers. Or, hey, we're starting something together. We're starting something new. So I love this for you. But again, there is, if you see what's happening here, it's almost like there's got to be some clearing up here. Am I right? And that's all it is. Yeah. Break. You see those 2 columns, the 2 towers here. Let's break them down. They're up here. All right. There's something that you may be, all right, something's building. It's got to go. Remember, Mars with the South Node in Virgo in your 2nd. Okay. So that is self-worth, self-value, how you see yourself. The other thing is there does seem like there may be someone else involved here too. It's just like, it could be an intern. It could be someone you're not seeing eye to eye with. It could be your child. There could be something here where it's just like, all right, or a new partnership on a creative project, perhaps. Just feel things out. All right. You got, half the solar system retrograde. Because you do have that 2 of Swords, okay, in your future. So it does look like there may be something that you have to decide upon. And to do that, you got to go within with these retrogrades, especially Mercury retrograde, okay, in your sign. But here's the thing. These swords, they get a little bit heavy. So you don't want to sit on this. Remember, Mars is going to be like a laser. Second thing is that you see her back is turned to the moon and the sea. Yeah, all that water, all that intuition and emotions here. Be in touch with your emotions, okay? Because there's going to be a lot going on in your head. Just remember what I said. Don't lose that. Yeah? Heart-mind connection. You're going to be fine. Let's get to your stuff. Leo, y'all are amazing. Oh my gosh, your birthday season is going to be bonkers. Leo, what was I going to... Oh, I do a trade... Oh, no. I forgot my line. Yeah. Oh, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share, leave comments. But do leave comments because what's going on for you is bonkers. And I really want to know. Like, what... Like, yeah, you got a new moon next week. Like, yeah, of course your life is changing. All right. Anyway, let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you have the 3 of Wands. You want, that's the thing. Yeah, you're ready. You're ready. You're ready to go. You're ready to do things. You're ready. You're ready. Okay. But remember, still, and it's not to say you can't pursue new things, right? But just you want to really, really make sure you're taking your time through it. Okay. With the retrogrades, asking yourself everything I said earlier, is this what I want? Is this part of my journey? Is this, you know what I mean? I mean, come on. You're going to be good. You're going to be really fine. You have the Empress in your external factors area. So there's something here where it's almost like something that's coming up for me. It's like there is a part of you where it's like, I want what they have, or why don't I have that? Does that make that's coming up for me? So put yourself on that timeline, okay? But just remember, it's going to take a little bit of time with the retrogrades. So practice that patience. But there's a lot of abundance on the other side for you. I mean, it's the Empress. And this is love. This is super conscious love. This is passion. This is everything. You even see this in La Venus here, right? Relationships, money. It didn't matter. It's abundance. It's a card 3, okay? The birth of new things. She's even pregnant, by the way. Well, let me see. I mean, yeah, you could have babies right now. Yeah, some of y'all, or grandkids, or someone entering the picture. Like I said, you have a lot of family stuff happening. And then, yeah, okay, it's possible. But it really is like, even like the birth of like a creative project, the birth of something like a new job, new role, whatever it is, there's something waiting for you. Okay. Now, the other thing is like, it seems like there is someone along the ride with you as well. And there is a sense of like something growing in your world in this big, beautiful way. Okay. So remember, you've got to be able to take that blindfold off to see. All right. And in order to do that, there's something here you can't sit on anymore. All right. You got to use that sword. Yeah. Make a decision, say something, announce something. Okay. He lays down the laws. Now, the other thing is that, and you see the pomegranates all over her gown. I mean, that represents that fertility, that growth of something new. Remember, you have that 3 of Cups here. There's something inside you that you just want to grow. There's something that you're ready. You're ready. Remember, you have that 3 once. So you got 3 threes. Wow. You've got the Knight of Cups too, by the way. So there's something new, by the way, that's really happening here. And remember what I said about partnerships, relationships, someone on your side. It could be someone with you on this journey, maybe someone new, but yeah, you want it anyway. Okay. And there is this vision that's coming through, especially with the Knight of Cups is your 3rd card in your staff. There's this vision, and it just feels like that's the purpose, to be fulfilled emotionally. All right. And remember, even just Saturn conjuncting Neptune for you right now, turning your dreams into reality. All right. Everything is happening, but he takes his time, the Knight of Cups. Okay. So remember, a lot of this is going to be practicing patience, and you get the Hierophant, your final outcome, you're good. You're fine. You're good. A lot of you are getting married. A lot of you are having babies. There's something with the quartz. There's something here that is divine. Okay. And then remember, you have so much spiritual energy. He's like a bridge, you know, the divine, our physical world, and a big leader. You have so much leadership energy. I mean, you're a Leo anyway. We're about to move with a sun in Leo next week, a new moon in Leo. But anyway, I just say that because you see the 2 monks at his feet, right? You can't lead if there's no one to lead. You got Uranus and Venus in your 11th. You have Saturn and Neptune in your 9th. You got Jupiter in your 12th. You got so much like people are going to just gravitate toward you. There's something, like I said, you got something to say. Okay? People are going to listen. And this is all about wisdom too. You see the 2 columns here. Didn't you get the hair? You got anyway. You're really good, Leo. Thanks so much. Next week, yeah, we will. Is there anything? No, just everything that I said. Okay, you see that you're going to be fine. It just feels like there's something you gotta. Think of the King of Swords as Mars. You're Mars. You're the King of Swords with that sword. Yeah, you're ready to take action. There's something you gotta. All right, to move forward, okay? And with like not looking back, like being in touch with your emotions. There's something here where something's got to come out there's something inside you that's kind of just like growing and growing. Like, I gotta, yeah. And you can still do it this week. It's just like, there's something that may be a little bit hard, like a decision you have to make. And that's Mars with the South Node. Anyway, Leo, thanks so much. Next week, we have the new moon in your sign. We move into your birthday season. We have a lot happening. Tier 3 members, we're going to do something special. Anyone's welcome to join. It's got, where to find the link. I'm going to show you how much fun we have. Leo, this is why I'm like keeping you on the line. I kind of want to clarify that to a sort. I'll do it for you. Usually I do this in the, second spread, but your birthday's coming up soon. There you go. Yeah. There you go. All you have to do, don't be afraid. It just seems like there's something that you really want to go after or something that's changing in your life. What did I say? Change is the only constant in the world. What did I say? With Uranus moving to Gemini, you're going to feel that. All right? You are actually really good. But there is something here where it's like, it just feels, remember I said restless energy? You could be feeling that, but in a good way. Like, oh my gosh, like this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. Like that kind of energy. You just got the death card with the Empress. Like, I can't even believe that. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Death card is change, is transformation. Remember, out with the old, in with the new. You even see the sun coming on the horizon and in the distance, like you're moving toward that's optimism, that's opportunities, you're good. You're absolutely good. Okay? Don't be afraid. It just seems like there's something here where you're just like, oh, I don't know. Right? Yeah, no. Trust your intuition. Remember, her back turned to the moon and the sea. Emotions, intuition, have all of it, okay? Mind, body, spirit, all of it. That's like jackpot here. I can't even believe that just happened. Death, Empress, the Hierophant. I mean, wow. You've got big change. You're going through some big change. All right. Thanks so much, y'all. I will see you. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Leo, you got the North Node and Pisces in your 8th. I mean, that is death and rebirth. I've told you that before. It is transformation. So I love this because remember, I said you're really going to feel those North Node activations, and you are. You're changing, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. Y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.